Welcome back as the Crunch gets set for the Rochester Americans. Second game of the season for the Crunch. It is the first of 2 games this week, first of 12 against the Amerks on the 2018-19 season. On Countdown to Crunch Time presented by Supercuts, I'm Lucas Valley with Crunch head coach Ben Groulx. Ben, it's game 2 of the year. Saturday was game number 1, and it was a win for the Crunch in Hershey. What'd you see on Saturday night?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, good things and things we got to do better. I really like the effort, but I think we got to play harder and we got to be a more structured team. So we communicated that to our team, and we've been working on it. I think our players know there's a lot of room for improvement, and I expect them to be a more structured and a tougher team to play against tonight.
It's always good, though, to have you see where you can improve, but you still do that in a win, and so you can build off that in a couple of days of practice this week. So heading into tonight, what did you work on over the last couple of days? Well,
everything. I think there's room for getting better in the 3 zone, and especially individually. We spend a lot of times especially with our young guys. I think they need that to upgrade the pace they have to play to, and everything that's necessary to be successful in that league, whether having a good stick or playing faster, moving the puck harder. So a lot of extra, and I think it's the schedule allow us to use that extra time to get better, and it's a good time, and it's good for them.
And we saw this morning a bit, you were out there on the ice, and it wasn't a full morning skate, but you had some, like you said, of the younger guys out there just working on some things. What are you trying to tinker with today? Same thing?
Exactly what I said, like angling, playing harder with the puck, tougher to play against when we have the puck, and sometimes it's letting them know what's tough to play against mean. Like some people say tough to play against, they think it's physicality, it's all that. It's having a good stick without the puck, it's having a hard stick with the puck, it's using your body, it's driving the net, and it's playing smart. So it's all those things that I try to communicate to our guys in order to get them more effective. When you go out there, like you're going to play 12, 13, 14 minutes, you're going to have the puck on your stick for a minute. So you got to be able to play in the 3 zone. You got to be able to be still effective, not only with the puck, because you have that puck a minute or way less than that. For most of them, it's about 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 20 seconds. And I think the best player in the NHL's got the puck on his stick for a minute. And so that was my message this morning. We got to be able to play hockey, to be a good player, an effective player on the ice. And in order to do that, there's some necessary things you got to do, and this is what we're working on.
Going back to Saturday, a 3-2 win for the Crunch over Hershey. You mentioned the end-of-game situation. It was a struggle, but your team showed grit in terms of coming out with a win. What do you mean when you say you saw the grit that you wanted to see?
Passion and perseverance. No doubt in my mind that we had a lot of passion during the game, but especially near the end of the game. I saw those guys out there blocking shots, diving everywhere, extending their stick to save a goal. Eddie battling in front of the net. So that passion and that perseverance gave us, I believe, the extra point, and it's well deserved. I think we battled hard, but it's for us now to be that team for more than 3 minutes.
Yeah, Eddie was great, and especially in the final couple minutes. He ended up with 24 saves in the last 2 periods total. Terrific, and he got the game 1 start. What did you like out of him in that first game, and he gets to start again tonight?
Yeah, you know what? Eddie's been great since he's with us. And goaltending, it's a family within the family, right? I really like the way Carl's working with the goalies, with Connor. With Eddie, the way he approach both of them. They're different goalies, they're different personalities, and they're not at the same stage of their career. And I think Carl's doing an outstanding job at preparing both of them to face the challenge, the team we're going to play against, to communicate his teaching, to communicate what they have to do, against a specific team or against a certain power play or against certain players. So I think he's doing an outstanding job, and I really like the way the three of them are working together. I think the goalies are very receptive. They're good players, they're good people, but they want to be better. And I really like that the way it's going with the three of them.
And you look at the game on Saturday, 5 players making their professional debuts in the game for the Crunch. So we saw last year young team, this year young team as well. 2 of those guys got their first pro goals in that first game, Taylor Radish and Alex Barré-Bollet. What did you see from the rookies as a whole and those 2 getting their first goals?
What I see from the rookies, we're missing a lot of veterans. I think missing Bourneval, Lynch, Walcott, Thomas, Archambault gave those guys an opportunity, and I think they're making the best out of it. Like I'm very impressed with our young guys. They come here every day, and they come here to get better. Sometimes you hear that a lot, like let's get better, but I really feel that every day they're here and we're not wasting our time. Like they go out there, and it's new for them. It's not easy for them. They have to adjust. They have to adapt. But they do it. They do it the best they can. I think they understand that to play in the NHL, they will have to be better. They understand this is the starting point. And they understand that to play at this level and to be successful at this level, which going to make you play at the other level, you have to adjust certain things. And they're on it every day. And I'm very impressed, whether it's Radish, Colton, Kachuk. I think Callan Foot's been phenomenal in his work ethic and the way he comes to the rink every day, and he's showing us that he's a pro. He has learned. So it's, for me, it's very impressive, but it's also make me love my job even more. You come here, and you're working with great people and great players that want to get better.
As we look ahead to tonight's the Crunch and the Amherst, we're here on Countdown to Crunch Time, presented by Supercuts with Crunch head coach Ben Groulx. It's the first of 12 against the Amherst this year. Saw them in the preseason as well. Amherst beating the Crunch in that preseason game, and obviously, different rosters. But what can you take out of that game heading into tonight's game?
Well, we know them, they know us. Same coach here. They have a lot of returning guys, so I don't think there's many secrets for both of us. It's for us, our goal, it's like I mentioned, play our game to our identity, and let's get better in certain areas. And this is what we want to do tonight. It
was a playoff series last year as well. Is that any carryover from that? You said last year that's how rivalries are built, was in the playoffs. So does that carry over this year at all?
Yeah, probably a little bit. I think more on their side. When you end up losing, you want that revenge, but you know what? I think that their number one goalie is not there. It's a new guy, so there's a lot of changes here, a little bit. But I think both teams, I think they're dying for a win. They lost the first 2 at home. Our confidence is high. We want to play a better game. So let's see how it plays out tonight.
All right, looking forward to it as the Crunch take on the Rochester Americans, first matchup of the year. This is Crunch head coach Ben Groulx, presented by Supercuts. Ben, appreciate your time and good luck tonight.
Thanks, Lucas.